Hello, and it's a warm welcome to the highlight show for the 2009 Hansbury FIM Superbike World Championship. And the 6th round of the series was a new appointment on the 14-race calendar. And just 7 days after Monza, the teams and riders were in action again at the famous Kyalami circuit in South Africa, on the other side of the world. The last time World Superbikes came to Kyalami was 7 years ago in 2002. And that resulted in 2 wins for Ducati legend Troy Bayliss. Well, Troy is enjoying his retirement now, but his mantle in the factory Ducati team has been taken up by Japan's Noriyuki Haga. He's aiming to clinch the Superbike title that has eluded him over the years. And he's going the right way about it as well, despite a close encounter with a pigeon at Monza, leaving him with a swollen arm and no points in the second race. Ben Spies is the only man who can stop Haga on the Yamaha R1 machine, but the Texan is alternating superb race wins with a number of DNFs, and the task is getting tougher and tougher all the time. While Haga's teammate Michel Fabrizio broke his duck with a win at Monza and was surely going to be a challenger from now on. So let's head to the Kyalami circuit as we join up with all the action in South Africa. Well, our regular man, Steve Martin, was going to get a slice of the action firsthand this weekend, stepping into Troy Corsa's shoes for the BMW Motorrad team. But before he donned his leathers for the race, we sent him round the Kyalami circuit to give us a good idea of what the place is like. So it's over to you, Steve.
Hi, I'm Steve Martin. You might notice that I'm wearing the BMW jacket this weekend. The good thing about that is I can tell you a little bit more about the Kyalami circuit that we haven't been to since 2002. This Kyalami circuit is absolutely unbelievable. It goes up, it goes down. This is the main straight we're looking at, and it really heads in to this turn 1, which is one of the fastest corners on the whole circuit that we go to. 5th gear, flat out through turn 1. Right behind me you can see the S's, turn 7, right in the middle of the circuit. This is a really critical part of the circuit, as you've got to really flick down on your left and then into the right for the right-hander up the hill. Really bumpy, this part of the circuit. Critical to get it right to get a really good lap time. In 2002 there used to be a chicane here. It's only just come out, and now we've got this fast right-hand sweeper. The lap times have dropped quite considerably, and as you can see, brand new asphalt, still quite bumpy on the entrance to this corner, so in the race tomorrow, just watch for the bikes moving around out of this one. Well, it's Saturday night here in Kyalami. Right behind me is the last corner. This is where it's all going to come down to. This is where we're going to see some great overtaking manoeuvres, and whoever comes out of here on Sunday is going to win the race.
Kyalami is situated on the high veld surrounding Johannesburg and has always been the scene for spectacular racing, with a prestigious list of winners over the years. In 5 editions from 1998 to 2002, Colin Edwards is the most successful rider with 3 wins to his name, followed by Keeley, Fogarty and Bayliss. The track measures 4.2 kilometres, has 17 corners and a challenging elevation difference. Well, Noriyuki Haga had not been able to find exactly the right setup for the race, but he still managed to line up in the 4th slot in Superpole after just making the cut in the 2nd elimination phase. And it was great to see Max Biaggi back on the front row of the grid again, as he took his Aprilia RSV4 machine to 3rd place, jumping up from 7th in the last few minutes. The Superpole session at Kyalami was one of the most exciting scenes so far this season, with a 2-way battle between Spies and Fabrizio. The outcome was decided in the last few seconds when the Texan responded to his Italian rival, grabbing pole by just 1,000th of a second. That's the smallest margin ever recorded in Super Pole history. So with our regular commentator Steve Martin out busy racing, Jonathan Green takes up the microphone, this time with native South African and former World Superbike racer Lance Isaacs.
Jonathan Green and Lance Isaacs bringing you action from Kyalami, Race 1, World Superbikes. Ben Spies in pole, but will they stop him? Held him for a while, Spies almost jumped him but held on to it. Away they go, good start from Johnny Ray, better start from Haga. Haga gets the whole shot, and right behind him is Biash, but here comes Spies, squeezing his way through the past the four-time world champion as they head up the hill.
Oh, look at Ben Spies squeezing his way through. He had his elbows out in Max's face.
That's why they call him elbows.
Look at that. Haga, once again, perfect start. All the way down, going towards sunset. Look at, like I said, you've got to get the start, you get a bit of a gap.
Check it, well, it might be, but not for
not
now.
Anymore. Yes, Johnny.
Blink and it's all changed. But the two Hondas are fighting already. Check it, like you say, and the number 7 machine ahead. No problems for Ruben Zaus. Oh, such high hopes and such a great result, and he is not happy.
He's not happy.
He really did feel. He was complaining a little bit about feel on the front end, and maybe that could have caught him out, but it's a tough track for the front end boys. Spies is a front end man, and it's got to be careful. Across the line they come. So then, the race settling down, and it looks as though we've got a group of some 6 riders, including Biaggi in that top 6, Checker just ahead of him. 17 has entered the pits. Ah, look at Marias, here he comes. Oh, Nakano, watch out.
Go Sheridan.
Yeah, well, he was close there, and he's now got Kageyama after that dive. He's now got Kageyama all over him, and Haslam's there at 10th place. Burns in 11th, good to see him up there. Across the line they come, we're watching Marias, and he's still under pressure from Kageyama as he flies through turn 1. Flat out, 255 through there, and then down the hill, sweeping through, and then up again, and Kageyama's looking to the inside now. Will he make a move? Yes, he will. Ooh, and Marias
squeezing him out. Well done, Sheridan.
Here we go. Oh, fisticuffs. And that makes it look easy, doesn't it?
Yeah, Carlos is definitely struggling into the bowl. He's trying to get that bike stopped, and he's not doing too good a job of it. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, having said that, he's just gone by again. Pace.
Oh, there goes Haslam.
Yeah, Haslam made a move and lost out again. He went wide.
Sheridan Marias came right back at him. That's the top of the mine. That's the top of the mine shaft.
Try and stay within 1.5 seconds.
Oh, there we go. Noriyuki Haga up the inside of his teammate.
Yeah, made that look simple, didn't he? Into the right-hander and into the last turn. Haga now picks it up, and Spies will try and get on level terms as quickly as he can. Out of the last corner they come. Haga now leads the race, and the fans go wild. Plenty of them here for him. Somebody else down and out, and that's Leon Haslam.
Oh no, Leon Haslam.
Haslam is out. And the Kings of Leon. Could he go up the inside in the last corner?
Oh, looks like he did.
Well, could he make it stick? We'll find out. And
he has made it stick.
Just when we come back to it, he looked as though he was lining himself up. And Ben Spies makes the move of the day.
Up the inside. Oh, you do not want to pass anybody there.
It's roller coaster time in South Africa, and Ben Spies is right where he needs to be in 2nd place. And now really for Haga. Haga crosses the line now, and the gap is 0.9 of a second. Fabrizio, as you can see, is right there with Spies, and they did identical times again. Spies slightly quicker. Well, that reminds me of the glory days of Edwards and Bostrom.
Here comes Fabrizio up the inside.
Oh, lovely move.
Oh, can he put it back?
Look at the power
this
of
is going to be a
Yamaha.
drag race. No contest.
Yeah, 1/1000th of a second quicker and take his first ever. Oh, a big moment! Ben Spies is almost off the bike. He loses the pace as he did in Monza, and that has played into Fabrizio's hands. Fabrizio goes through to 2nd place, and that was a massive moment. What went wrong for Ben then? It's time to sit down and watch these fantastic exponents of motorcycle racing do the business.
Oh, Biaggi up the inside of Johnny Ray. Johnny Ray coming back at him.
And Johnny Ray, and this is the battle for 4th position. A 4th position was Ray's best result last time out at Monza, and he'll want to do that again, and he'll want to hold off Biaggi if he can. It's the year, and what a moment this will be for Haga, because let's not forget, when he last came close to winning the championship, another go by Biaggi on Ray, but Ray's holding on. Last time Haga should have won the championship back in 2000 on that Yamaha. He lost his drugs test here in South Africa, and they fought it through the courts, but he never got it back, and that lost him the championship. So South Africa has a bittersweet feeling for this man, but right now it's sweet as can be for Nitro Norrie 41. He sees the checkered flag, the team are on the wall. Haga wins in South Africa.
Noriyuki Haga.
I did a good start, and I try keeping my pace. And but the last 2 laps, Michel passed me, and I try to follow him, and was a quite good pace. And half race, Michel had a problem. Looks like had a problem, and I passed him, and I try keeping my pace until the last lap, and so I will really enjoy for the race, and I'm very happy, and thank you for Team Ducati, and really I want to come back races soon. So.
And your arm, was it giving you any problems?
Well, during the race, arm is no problem. Just a painful left leg. I think no problem. I can get some massage, and I try to do my best for the second race.
So Noriyuki Haga clinched his 5th win of the year with a commanding performance. From mid-race onwards, he ran faultlessly to the checkered flag. And Fabrizio and Spies had to settle for the other 2 podium positions in that order. The American's foot slipping off the pegs, which didn't help much. Johnny Ray and Max Biaggi had quite a scrap for 4th, with the British rider getting the nod over the Italian. So with race 2 about to start, we join up with Jonathan Green and Lance Isaacs in the commentary box.
Haga takes the whole shot, but Biaggi's gone through, and Spies goes through the inside again on Biaggi. So a repeat of race 1, but not quite as tough. And Spies is right up there with Haga.
Johnny Ray right behind Max Biaggi.
So then, out of turn 3 we go. Good start again. Fabrizio didn't get away well. Haslam has got away well. Much better start from Leon Haslam. He will be a
nice one, Jonathan Ray.
Nice
up into 3rd place at the inside of Max Biaggi. Let's see if he can hold it going into Clubhouse.
Here we go, Clubhouse it is, but who's going to get the club biscuit? Well,
it's
everybody holds station. And again, Tom Sykes has a rotten start. He's down to 10. Marias is 12. Schmertz likewise has gone down. He's in 14th place.
Spies at the inside of Noriyuki Haga.
Nice move. Well, that was classic Spies, and into the lead he goes.
Oh, look at that, Fabrizio up the inside of Max Biaggi. He is on his way to spoil the party.
Yeah, he is. So down the hill they come, through the mine shaft. That's where Laconi went off, and we wish him well.
Come on, Johnny, hang in there.
Yeah, go on. Keep going, son. Speeds does a 1:38.9. I wasn't kidding, was I? Right up there. And that was half a second quicker than Haga. Oh, Spies goes wide, and what, out? He stopped.
Something's wrong.
It's mechanical, and Spies is out.
This is exactly the kind of inconsistency that Ben does not need. Oh, that is so disappointing.
Just when we were going to get a thrilling race to the line.
He'll be punching the tank.
I mean, he's a cool guy, but to be honest, he's had his real fair share of bad luck.
That puts Jonathan Ray up into 2nd place, podium position.
Ben's day is over. And meanwhile, Haga marches on to the double. But that story isn't quite over yet. Jonathan Ray and Michel Fabrizio have stuff to say about that. But here's what's interesting, is Fabrizio tries up the inside of WorldSBK and pulls it off. Nice move.
Jonathan Ray can pull it back tight. Not this time. Going into the bowl, he's as fast as you'd like.
Oh, and a mistake there from Kyalami is allowed. Schmertz passed. Brock Parks is there too.
Yeah. Well, here's a little trivia for you, Jonathan. When was the last time Ducati had a 1-2 in the championship? Could it have been with Troy Corsa?
Hang on 1 second. Yeah, it could be that long ago.
That's Leon Haslam.
Leon making his move. Nice move.
Look out, Jonathan Ray.
Yep. So we knew that Leon Haslam, he looked so, I went and visited him, the whole family was sitting there and they looked so disconsolate. And maybe Haslam won't be too long, and here he comes. Leon Haslam!
No,
Not
Johnny,
quite a Westbank.
Johnny really good on the brakes into there.
Here's another look.
Oh, that's Sheridan.
Whoa, Sheridan.
No, that's not Sheridan.
It's not, it's, I think that's Brock, isn't it?
No, that's not Brock.
No, Scassa.
Petruccini.
Lucas Scassa.
That's one of the Petruccini bikes.
Yeah, that's Lucas Scassa, the tall figure of Lucas Scassa.
He was trying to save it on his elbow.
Well, he almost did it, didn't he? Now Biaggi looking for a way past Haslam, so... Out of the last corner they come. Ray hanging on there with 4 to go. And here comes Biaggi maybe for one last sprint at Haslam. He may be thinking of the podium too.
Do you think Biaggi was maybe saving his tyres for the last few
Well,
laps?
I think he knows he's on the softer compound, so maybe, yeah. No point in getting ahead because once he's done it, it's too late. He's only going to have one go at it, isn't he? Whoa, and this is Sykes and Kageyama.
That puts Sykes
losing
down to
8th
9th.
place, yeah. Here we go. The 2 leaders, the 2 Ducatis, the Xerox sponsored Ducatis, and Fabrizio makes his move, and Haga
that
goes
was
on
a
the
lunge.
inside.
What
It
was
was
he
more than a
thinking?
move, it was a lunge, and that really much has put a pay to that. Nice idea, but it reminded me of Fabrizio at Bruno all those years ago.
I think that's handed it to Haga. He's got a
That's
decent
pretty much,
enough gap.
yeah, played to Haga, that has. Last chance then for Fabrizio, he's going for it. He's going to have to do it. Well, he could
Keep
have
a
the
calm
tears on
head,
the last
Murray.
corner. Here we go. Haga leads.
This is going to be close.
Last corner, it's do or
Go.
die. And Fabrizio's not close enough, surely. No!
Oh, he's let go. He just
going
let go
for
of the
it.
brake.
Go on, Michel. No.
Thank you very much.
Great racing, and Haga's going to hold it, is he? Yes, he is. And they come across the line.
Double
Fabrizio
Funari.
isn't upset at all by that. And the team go wild. Haga takes the double.
I'm very happy for twice win because this weekend we have a problem, and you know, riding for the bike a little bit difficult until Saturday. But my chief engineer fixed good setting for this race, and I was really enjoy riding with this bike, and I want to say thank you very much for Ducati, and I try to keep in this feeling for next race, and you know, we will see for next round.
But what about that last lap? You knew Michel Fabrizio would try.
last lap was quite, you know, difficult braking for me because a little bit we changed a little bit suspension setting from first race. Some part getting better feeling, but I mean, looks like more using front tire, and last 2-3 laps I couldn't make good braking, and Michel arriving, but it was a great battling with Michel, and I was really enjoyed it.
Well, Haga took his second win of the day, and Fabrizio was second, making it a perfect weekend for the Ducati Xerox team. The Italian livening things up on the final lap with a couple of audacious attempts to pass his teammate. And Jonathan Ray got onto the podium for the first time ever in World Superbike with a great race for Hanspree 10K Honda. Leon Haslam was fourth for Stiggy Racing Honda, and Max Biaggi fifth again, while Spieth retired with a gear shift problem. So now in the table, Haga has an 88 points lead over Spieth, and things are looking ominous for the outcome of the title as we head towards the midpoint of the season. While Fabrizio has moved past the American and into second place. Haslam is fourth on 116, followed by Ray and Biaggi. Supersport boys were also at Kyalami for the 6th round of their championship, and more action was on the cards after qualifying. Cal Crutchlow powered to his 5th successive pole for Yamaha with a last gasp effort. Kenan Sofoglu gave him a close run on the 10K Honda, while Eugene Laverty and Andrew Pitt made up the front row of the grid. We join our commentary team of Jonathan Green and Lance Isaacs for the Supersport action.
And
Pitt's got a good start up the inside too.
Yeah, but he's missed out and got into the... That was Sofoglu, though, who got that whole shot. He just dived off the line. Fantastic start. Let's hope it's not a jump. Everybody cleanly through the first 2 turns, and away we go up the hill.
Well, we'll see what Keenan Sofoglu can do on this first lap. Let's see if he can do exactly what Noriyuki Haga did. Pull out a little bit of a gap, get himself settled, and let the guys behind him fight for position.
Laverty in second place, and Pitt fighting his way to about 4th by the looks of things. Lascours is there, Forey's in 5th, Crutchlow's dropped down to 6th. A terrible start by the championship leader, but there he is
Andrew
on the outside, on the inside, excuse me. And it's Forey who's passed him, so that's going to be an interesting battle. Forey already ahead of Crutchlow.
Well, I think Carl's just going to settle in, see what the guys are doing, and yeah, get his A game on.
Yeah, well, he'll need his A game as they head up the hill for the first time in Gauteng province, here in Johannesburg at the famous Kyalami circuit. Into West Bank they go.
I think... Oh, look at that!
Andrew. No need for that on lap 2.
As I was saying, Stefan Chambon being one of them,
yep.
he was another rider who was absolutely brilliant on a super sport bike. Couldn't get on a superbike. Well, are they teammates or sparring partners?
Both. And Lascours currently 6th in the championship, 47 points. And West is the man losing out. He's currently 13th to score a couple of points, but Lascours will pass him by.
Looks like Andrew's holding these guys up. Let's see what the lap times are. And yeah,
through goes Forey again on Lascours. And he's the thorn in everybody's side at Monza, and he's doing it again here in Kyalami, but why not?
Look at
Sofoglu on his teammate. Well, what a recovery. What is going on with him? He had a brilliant start.
Somebody off the side there.
That could have been Laverty, actually. The other Laverty, that is, Michael. Oh, go on!
Keenan Sofoglu up the inside of Lascours.
This is an amazing race because everybody seems to have a chance to lead. Lascours was looking as though he was going forward, and now he's going backwards. Sofoglu went down to 6th. He's now up again to 4th place. Here it comes, Lascours. Round the outside, there's not a lot of room there to try and make an overtake. Very bumpy into there, I was told.
Keenan's riding very defensively into the clubhouse. He needs to take a wider line through there, and he can get a much better run heading towards the S's.
Crutchlow's up the pace. It's 2.5 now, the gap. Lascours continues to try and stop Sofoglu. He's definitely in that drift right there. Through the left-hander they go, flat out in 5th gear here at Kyalami. Into the ball.
Oh, run a little bit wide. He could get much better drive exiting.
Oh, and there's a rider down. Is that?
That's Forey.
Forey, it is.
Fabian Forey.
The former world champion, Fabian Forey, is down.
Pulled something out of the hat because 2.3 seconds out of the first split. Let's see what happens in the second split, if he can rope him in a bit more.
Yeah, 2.3. And oh, no! Another big off! And that was the triumph of Nanelli. And that was... Well, that was without any warning whatsoever.
That is such a pity.
He's got it going again. Good on you, Gianluca.
Just better make sure he's brake lead.
Ah, it's a flesh wound. Away you go.
Other way.
Other way, yeah, thanks. So the Italian, can he keep going? Here's another look at it. Lance?
Oh, he was running it a little bit too wide there. You can see the brake bumps on the outside of the circuit. He just ran over the ripples over there and just lost the front end, just pushing too hard.
Across the line he comes. Head down and bum up. Laverty 142.1. Crutchlow 142.2. So no change there, and the gap remains 2.5 seconds. The two Brits are going to cruise home by the looks of things. And Sofoglu is going to take a 3rd place. Great fights in the British Championship, and now they've taken their rivalry to the world stage. Eugene Laverty, though, has got the better of South Africa, and Cal Crutchlow will continue to lead the championship. But this day goes to Eugene Laverty. Great job done by the English team, run by Simon Buckmaster. Here comes Crutchlow and Lascours. Lascours' last chance. Laverty crosses the line. Victory for the Irishman.
Well, what a performance by Eugene Laverty, who took his 3rd win of the year, cutting 5 points into Crutchlow's lead. And Mark Aitchison grabbed his first ever podium from Sofoglu and Lascours at the last corner.
thanks very much. It was a near perfect race for me. I got a good start. I got past Keenan early, and I knew if Cal was back in the bunches and he didn't get off the start so well, then I could make a break, and I got a gap and just worked on maintaining it. But it's never an easy race like that, and I just had to keep my focus and worked out well. But definitely 50% record again, 3 wins out of 6 now. Just a big thank you to the Park Algar Honda team for believing in me that I could fight for the championship this year, and of course my personal sponsors who stuck by me during 2 tough years in Grand Prix, AMS, Red Bull, Dawn International and IFS. Thanks to all those guys.
So is anyone going to stop the Ducati Xerox team from taking another title? There's still over half a season to go, but Hager is looking to be having things his own way at the moment. We'll see what happens next at Miller Motorsport Park in the USA for round 7. Join us again there in a couple of weeks' time for more Superbike action. This has been Julian Thomas, signing off from Kyalami. Bye for now, and see you soon.